Okay, TikTok, I get it. Some comments was filtered. Well, y'all was sitting there waiting on me to get on the day, wasn't you? Y'all probably sat there and did nothing with your whole Sunday but wait for somebody to get online so y'all could start off. Trying to scroll back up to see if I missed anything. I wish there was a way to TikTok just to tell me once that something was filtered and go on about this thing instead of telling me 20 times that something was filtered. So, but if anybody could find it in their hearts to help us out with anything going towards our room, guys, I've got to pay it tomorrow. I'm glad they handled it that way for you, Jane. But unfortunately, it's not being handled that way for me. No, we have to pay for the week. Where we're at, we have to pay for the week. So it's $370 for the week. I've got $30 to my name. So they just told me they'd be figuring out what happened and they would figure out how they can correct the situation. They was very vague in their answers, so I don't know if I don't know if a different issue would cause a different solution. I don't know. So I'm not for sure. Like I said, they just said probably later on in the week, but it would be before next payday. So it really gives me a vague answer because it gives me between now and Thursday because payday's on Friday. So it's kind of a very vague, wide open answer. So I get that, everybody's like, hey, it's against the law to do that. I do understand that, but a lot of people, and I'm one of them, are you not really going to buck the system of the places you work for? You'll try to work with them to get the money you're owed so you can keep working there. I would, Marty, I would, but it would be, I couldn't pay it back till I got them checks. So, and it would be later on this week. So, Pan, yes, I am. Um, a mistake can happen with anybody and anything. People just don't, not everybody's perfect. Things happen, you know. If it's an ongoing thing, then it would be a situation to be like, hey, if I got to fight for my paycheck every week, then I'm finding something else, you know. Um, Marty, by asking that too, you probably just opened your DMs up to trolls out of this world. So, but that's kind of the situation that we're facing. We're still $340 short on our room. We don't know when the check's going to be paid out, and Jane, no. See, that's what everybody keeps saying. Like, oh, we remember you've done this a few times, but I've never got on here and talked about a check being missing and stuff. So, but y'all, it's whatever y'all say happened. It's whatever y'all say, because I obviously don't know what happens in my own life. So it's whatever y'all want to say. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Christina said, hey.
Hey.
We have definitely been better. We have definitely been better. Well, there's been a mishap with my check this week, and I don't know the vague answer they gave me. They'll have it fixed sometime this week, and I don't know how we're going to pay our room unless I get some help. So that's our situation. So I've got $30 to my name. I'm needing help with. I need help with a lot. So, hey, Carrie. No, I said I would take her loan, and would pay it back when the checks came. I said that just a second ago. I'm needing 340. To cover it. So yeah, I said that earlier where Marty, offer that checks. When I get my check, I can send it right back. We've got enough food to get through, I think, for a few days, and we cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, the bridge that we're crossing is keeping the room. Mm-hmm. That's fine one day. So we'll cross the do not get my EBT anymore. I posted a whole video on that. There's our commercial again.
That right there's never hadn't always been on there.
No, this is they edited it again. Good afternoon there, Mind Over Matter. When I started working, I reported it, and we lost our EBT, which, hey, that's what should happen. That's how the system is set up, right? Pan, I cannot pay this room daily. I have to pay it for the week. But I did post a video about that, and listen, if there was, and I posted a video, refreshed it, showed there wasn't no new deposits, and it showed last transaction. Well, you didn't show your April stuff. Well, there's nothing to show for April because nothing was deposited. On the screen, it shows all the deposits and where stuff was paid. I pulled that down 3 or 4 times, showing that there was nothing past March. So I guess I'm gonna have to go spend that $1.34 off the card, so it shows an April thing on there. So they'll shut up about that. And I'm not saying that against you, Jane. I was just saying this. I showed proof.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
I showed proof where my EBT was shut off, and still somehow or another get called a liar. Did I see Carrie jump? Hey, Carrie, I seen that. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, you did.
My mind is not minding. So where we're at is actually it's cheaper than going somewhere and paying it by the day. We just have to pay for the week. Triple G, the rent is due tomorrow. I'm just trying to see if I can get us any help at all before tomorrow hits. It's $370 altogether for the week. I wished I had more of it to say I had more of it, but I've got $30. I'm 340 short. Yes, I'm still working. I'm just like I said, my check got screwed up this week, and the time frame for it to get fixed isn't falling into the same time frame where I can pay our room rent. So, and Nona, that's actually pretty cheap for rooms. $370 for a week for a room is actually pretty daggum cheap. It's not as cheap as some of them, but it's when you start getting any cheaper, you start getting into some you start getting into some bad places. I can tell you what I know what happened to it. It was deposited. It never showed up in my account, but it's showing deposited on their end, but nothing's ever made it into my account. So they was trying to trace down and see what happened to it. See if it was just an error somewhere that they can fix and the check will go on in. So Kit, how are you doing today?
Hi, Kit.
Hey, beach girl. They're trying to trace it down to see what happened so they can figure out, is it just got sent to the wrong account? Did it get sent? Did something get messed up? Was there a number off somewhere? They're trying to figure out what's going on with it so that way they can fix the check. So Kit's on the roll.
Oh Lord. They got it going already.
Work ain't going to advance the money to me. They're trying to fix my check. These are questions I've done asked all of them. No, Sophia, it was not. Triple G, yes, I have. Hey, Michelle, how are you doing? That's fine. I don't mind people asking questions, trying to understand the situation. Beach girl, I've got $30 of the $370 that we have to have for our room tomorrow. That's all the help I've gotten. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that. No, I can't put up a green screen. Simply, if I put up a green screen, I got to take my glasses off because they will zoom in on my glasses to see where I'm at. They've done it before. So, exactly, kid. Everybody's solution is, well, just go live in your car for a little while. That sucks. Living in your car sucks. We've done it.
It's bad.
Mountain Love, unfortunately, I can't pay for the room just for a couple of days. I have to pay for the week. Where we're at, that's how it is structured. Bella, I don't really like to. I mean, everybody kind of knows I'm in Tennessee. That's as far as I will let anybody know where I'm at. And that's for a safety reason. Same reason why y'all are seeing a Pixar picture of me and Angela instead of seeing our face. It's just a safety reason. When they ran us out of our hometown, we've decided to do everything we can do for safety. And this is a safety thing because they have zoomed in on my glasses and be like, listen, I zoomed in on his glasses. He was outside and I zoomed in and he was at the Days Inn in Dyersburg. And then they start calling that hotel because they doxed me. So Well, y'all made that easy to. Blake, I don't know. They said could be later on in the week. But of the trolls who want to take it real life and call hotels and call jobs, and they've got me fired from 2 jobs. They got us kicked out of the Motel 6, Emerald Inn, Colonial, and Days Inn in Dyersburg. They got us kicked out of those 4. We didn't have nowhere else to stay because the hotels we could afford, they got us kicked out of. So we had to leave town to find a place to stay. Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome in, Crazy T3. Bella, it doesn't matter. When in real life they're sitting there, they was following us around at one point, taking pictures of us and posting it. So it's like, even if I'm private, they can still go and watch. They can go and search my name into the search bar, and they just can't come in and see what everybody's saying, but they can sit there and hear everything I'm saying through the little preview window. And they've even got a term for it. They call it window licking. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they've had that for a long time. So, but this is the black screen and stuff is for our safety. I've explained that several times to people who keep asking. It's always the same people who ask. So, my Facebook is totally set to private, and they'll still send me messages on there. So, and I deleted all that stuff at one point. Well, I didn't delete it. I deactivated it. And they still talked about me. They still followed me around Dyersburg, taking pictures of us. And they know my situation, and they told me they would have it fixed. Possibly, their answer was really vague. We'll have it fixed as soon as we can before next payday, later on in the week. So we're sitting there looking at, payday's Friday, so that answer gives them all the way up to Thursday to fix something. Thank everybody who's double tapping, guys. I appreciate you. Y'all bear with me 1 minute. I can't see what's going on because I'm... Hey, Halloween hippie. Hotel living is the worst. I agree with you 100%. because once you get in the cycle, it's hard to get out of. And it's just been one hell of a journey trying to get out of it. Hippie, it's a situation where my check screwed up. I don't know when I'm going to get my check. And my hotel rent is due tomorrow. Hey, Heather. Let's see. We have been, let me put y'all onto this stuff. See, people think that programs and stuff are just, and it happens. We checked into a hotel in Dyersburg, Tennessee in June of 2024. The first thing we did was we went on the Tennessee.gov's website and looked at their list of resources for housing. Now, with that, the first thing we did after that is first of all, Jane, I'll get back to you in just 1 second with that. Yeah, well, let me go ahead and now we bought the car a year ago, so that's a little bit longer than a month ago. So we bought the car in January of 2025. So anyway, where was I at in this? Yeah. So first thing I did was start putting in for resources, putting in for housing. We have been on the waiting list for public housing since we got into the hotels. So these the solutions that everybody has, we'll go on your website, there's resources, put in for housing, put in for this. They're not instant. You get put on waiting lists. And, we'll go ask the church. Well, half the churches you call out there can't help because they're depleted. Yes, Missy, if that's how we structure if they send help that way and that's how we structure it, yes, it is. But everybody thinks that signing up for assistance and help is instant, and it's not. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, I got my top 2 mods in here. So, Jane, I can't get a cash advance loan because I haven't been at my job long enough. If anybody wants to call Tennessee Checking Advance, they can. And what was the other one? It's Master something.
Yeah.
They're my mods. That's my top 2 mods right there. Now, as far as people that I like seeing coming in, top 3, a 100% kid. I've got a list of people that I enjoy when they come into the live. I'm sorry, kid. My top 3 girls are on here.
You're going to get yourself in trouble.
I love you too. That's okay. Angie loves me.
I do.
I was just saying I got my top two mods in here. And you know from being in here, Kit, they do a wonderful job from keeping the garbage out. Hey, Wingo. See, Wingo's one of my top people that I like seeing come in here. I like seeing Craig come in.
No.
They'll be arguing about that now.
Yep. I know.
Hold on. Let me mute you guys for 1 second. Come here. Let me get Bean first. Come here. It's okay. Come here. This thing's gonna beep twice. If it beeps twice, oh, okay, it did. Now I'm gonna put everybody on mute so I don't mess everybody's doggos up. Because I did that last night, and apparently I made everybody's dogs go haywire. Let me mute you guys. I took that opportunity to go to the restroom, and Juju never lays on top of you. She'll just get really close to you, and she might climb on you a little bit. And I'll answer questions in a second, but I just came out, and she is, Angela's laid over in the bed. Y'all go ahead and say whatever y'all want to say. Don't care. We've got one chair in the bed. And Juju is right on top of her. I mean, on top of her, because then beeps from the fire alarm. She absolutely hates that. A little bit. Used to be that way. If they beeped out a lot on TV, she'd run and want to be in my arms. That's why I had to stop watching Gold Rush. There was a pay card. That's where we're trying to figure out. That's how they're trying to figure out where it went. So it was supposed to go to a pay card. It's showing that it's going to a different card. Is what they kind of hinted at, but they're not sure exactly where it went. It was just kind of speculation on their end. I kind of think that it was going somewhere that's gotten canceled, and now it's kind of just in purgatory till it returns. So Wingo, we're doing pretty good other than the stress of this daggum room. How far am I from Nashville? Quite a good ways. Nashville's in the middle of Tennessee, and I'm not. It's definitely their fault. Nothing I did on my end is something I did. It's definitely their fault. So, but with the vague answer that they gave me, we'll have it fixed before next payday. I can't sit here and just hope and pray that tomorrow they, you know, they have it right. That'd probably be one that we like. Guys, there's this commercial that it's got this guy on there, and he's advertising for an attorney. He's not an attorney. It's just a vague commercial with different attorneys' phone numbers put on it every time. And we laugh about it because on one part of it, he goes, "We've won cases for $2 million, $100,000, $618,796, all kinds of numbers." And I get laughing every time. So
They don't say my part no more.
no, the wrong Missy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer some of these questions because I'm not the person over the payroll. Hey, Miss Brenda.
Hey, Miss Brenda.
I can only imagine what light bills are out there. She getting off of you. She's like, I found a new spot to lay. So for the ones that was on last night, and our fire alarm did that same thing, and I reset it. Good Lord, that's crazy. She said the girl she knows her light bill is $800 for 1 month.
Oh, God. Hey.
Missy, I cannot. I have to pay for the week here. But anyway, now they're saying that we're not in a hotel room because hotel rooms' fire alarms don't have batteries in them because they would have to replace the batteries so often. It really is. It's crazy. Like when people look at it and they're like, "Oh, you spend $370 a week on your hotel. That's what 3, 6, 9, 12, 71, 280. What is that? $1,480 a month." You know, it's like people are paying more than that to live in a house, you know, or an apartment. Lily Beth, I'm $340 short. $21 for your house, and then you've got all your utility bills on top of it. It's just.
Yeah.
It's that she don't like them alarms. Yeah, I'm going to ask them. Hopefully, if I get to pay for a room tomorrow, I'm going to ask them if they replace that battery or if I need to replace it. The battery is a backup. I mean, they argued about it last night on that live, saying, "Oh, he's not in a hotel because hotels doesn't do that." They got to have a backup. Because what if the electricity goes out? If the electricity goes out and there's no battery in the fire alarm, then what happens if there's a fire? Exactly, and it is in our rules that I do not mess with the fire alarm. So I'm not going to reach up there and unplug it just to keep it from beeping. Well, it's not a fire alarm. It's a smoke detector. I should say smoke detector. I keep saying fire alarm. They might think it's something different, but it's a smoke detector. I think most people knew what I meant. Miss Brenda, that is horrible. First of all, it was horrible to begin with that they was only giving you $23 a month for food stamps.
I'm not surprised.
And then they got cut.
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy gets hurt too much.
But guys, y'all know by now anything that I say is wrong in their eyes. Because it was legit a debate. I've got the video in my DM somebody sent me. Where they're saying, well, he's not in a hotel because hotels doesn't have batteries in their fire alarms, smoke detectors and stuff, So it's crazy. Like, what's that going to do? What is $12 going to do? No. Yes, I've mentioned that earlier. When somebody asked, and you asked a question right behind it. So that's what I was thinking too, Missy. I'm going to tell them tomorrow when I go up, and hopefully when I'm paying the room and not checking out. Either way, we'll tell them, hey, the smoke detector is beeping ever so often. $13 doesn't really buy milk and bread too much. I mean,
Well, Jimmy is considered the latest north line.
or $12. It's crazy. Kippy, that is awesome. Congratulations for that. Thank you, Brandy, for that suggestion. It is scary. It is very scary, the world we're living in nowadays. It's like the world we're leaving the younger generation is I'm just going to say it. You can agree with me or you can disagree with me all you want. But this is what happens when we take God out of everything. She is once she gets the stuff in. I'm not. I'm working for a company. Yeah, you sure can. DMs are open to anybody. Questions are open to anybody. It's just I don't deal with people being rude, and I'm not going to. When did I tell a lady to reach out to her family? I don't have any family to reach out to in this situation. And what lady did I tell to reach out to their family? It's funny, they remember conversations that I just never happened. Jenny Lynn, I'm needing help with our hotel this week. My check got screwed up. And I don't. It doesn't look like it's going to be straightened out before it's time to pay our room. AJ, we're talking a little bit more. It's actually gotten to the point to where he's calling me now instead of every time we talk, it's me calling. So, thank you, Jesse. So yeah, it's getting a little bit better. Still not back to the way things used to be back in the day, but you know, as long as we're making progress, that's good. In the situation that we're in, Jeannie, I don't feel safe enough giving anyone the location we're at. I don't want to read that.
Well, no, I was just hard to read on my phone.
Guys, hang on one second. I'm trying to read something on Angela's phone and her phone is about out. And it's got a big black line going across it from the bottom all the way up to the middle. But yeah, just safety reasons, I would pay it. I don't feel safe giving anyone our location. And that's just from our back experiences. I'm not saying that you or anyone in the chat would use that, but it could happen, and I don't want to give that. I don't want to give the opportunity for it to happen. So, boy, that's an autocorrect. I went to say what and send that to somebody and said, "What, babe?" And I was like, "What? I'm not calling you babe." I was just, yeah. Hey, Judy, it's going. It's going, that's for sure. It's Okay. Thank you, GM or JM. I appreciate when people tell me somebody's streaming me, and actually, that's the first one who's actually came here and said a name of someone who's actually streaming me. Usually, people just come in here and be like, "Hey, someone is streaming you." I appreciate that, but I don't care if they're streaming me or not. They can stream, they can watch all they want. Um, right now, the only thing I've got going on in my head is trying to get this JG Wentworth song stuck out of it, because they come in here with the name JG Wentworth, and instantly I go back to being summer or being sick and out of school and being forced to watch like UPN 30, and every commercial was got a structural settlement and I need cash now. Oh, God bless. Triple G, I appreciate that, but like I said, I can't give that information on where I'm at. Thank you, Missy. You have a good day. Hope your dinner turns out great. You too, JM. Only thing they're doing is putting more eyes on us. That's how I'm looking at it from this point on. And maybe some of them eyes will make their own decision. And can come in and help us out. Because that's all I ask at the end of the day, is someone make their own decision. You know, if I would have listened to people about, you know, I'll just flat out, if I'd have listened to people about Jessie when she first started coming in our lives and talking to us and stuff, and people was like, hey, you know, she goes to this live and she does this and she does that. I'm like, okay. I'm making my own judgment about her. And she's become one of our dearest friends on here and in real life.
Yep.
You know, so it's like you know, make your own decision about people. Yeah, and I might not have a job to go back to if I just report them to the labor board while they're trying to fix the issue. See, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, okay, we jumped the gun and we called the labor board. We're like, I didn't get paid, and then I don't have a job. So it's kind of like, that's where my head goes in that situation of thinking of, okay, I got to be smart about this, because I don't want to give them a reason just to say, hey, you're done. And Tennessee is a, what's it called? Oh, God, it's a no something state.
Yeah.
Y'all help me out. What's that? What is Tennessee? No. Yeah, at-will state. Thank you. Tennessee's an at-will state, so they don't have to have a reason to fire you at all. Hey, Shelby, I got all three of my mods in here. That hasn't happened in a while. And especially with me still being within my 90 days, I bucked the system too hard. I'm bucked out. So I got to give them the opportunity to try to fix it. If something happens and it goes longer than what they should, you know, something else gets screwed up, then I buck the system. But I bucked the system within 2 days of something happening. Exactly. They don't have to have a right. They don't have to have a reason to let us go and let you go at all. Um, and believe me, I've seen some companies do. I've seen NSK do some shady stuff back in the day, guys. When I was there, 7.5 years there, I've seen people get fired for just the simplest stuff. You know, so I'm gonna go in there within. I'm still in my first month, and I bucked the system, and they were like, "Oh well, we know who bucked the system because we know who had the problem." Oh wow. Chloe. Um, Actually, there's a couple of things I want to say to you real quick. Um, we know a girl that she didn't get a job at Hobby Lobby because her tattoos on her arms.
Oh, yeah.
And she refused to wear a long sleeve shirt. And I'm not going to speak on the news, but I'm going to tell you, if you remember, I predicted that news. I called that. And you know what I'm talking about. I ain't going to say anything on here about it. Not my place, but I called that news. Wow. Yeah, you stay cold all the time anyway, so you'd be wearing long sleeve shirts to the hospital every day. Said she got denied a job at the hospital because of her tattoos.
I think I remember that.
Exactly, Chloe. But I've been saying it for months that it was going to happen. I wasn't kidding. I've heard a lot of people say that Hobby Lobby was a terrible company. Hey, Detroit, how are you doing today? I tried calling old Big Red there, and he didn't answer the phone. Detroit, we're here. I did have a wrestling name. It was the King of Violence, Tim Edwards. That's right. It's his weekend to work. I forgot it was. It's his weekend to work. Yeah.
I can't keep up with it.
So he'll call me back later on tonight. Yeah, I forgot. I was thinking it was his weekend off. That's crazy about the hospital, though, because Angela's been in there and the nurses have come in sleeved out. Like tattoos from their wrist to their shoulders, just complete sleeved. And that's crazy. Unless it was just that one tattoo you got. I think you've been wanting to get that one covered up, though, hadn't you? Okay, Carrie. See, like I said, we've had Angela's had nurses come in and had full sleeve tattoos. Uh, Cherry, yes, I can. All right, Triple G. Yeah, AJ, I tell you, one WrestleMania check, and I'd be set for, uh, I'd be set for a minute because their low card guys will make, they'll make $100,000 this weekend. I used to wrestle with Kamala, and he said that he wrestled the Undertaker at WrestleMania, which I knew he did, and he said, man, he said, I was in the ring for 18 minutes with the Undertaker, and he said, and he had this scrapbook of checks and stuff, and like old check stubs and everything, and old pictures, and he showed me the check stubs, and we was in his house just talking and everything, and he goes, look at this. He said, I was in the ring for 18 minutes wrestling the Undertaker. $180,000 paycheck. I said, man, that is amazing. He said, yeah, he said Undertaker made $1.8 million for that match. Well, he was the bigger star. They used to pay, because we used to go down and do it. Like you see the security guards and stuff that come out to the ring and they're separating the wrestlers and they get thrown around and all that stuff. Those guys are wrestlers, and they used to pay them $600 for that spot just to come out on TV for a few minutes and act like a security guard and maybe get choke slammed by somebody or something. Goodness gracious. That's crazy, hippie. Always wanted to meet Undertaker. I never got to meet him. Oh, when John Cena and Shawn Michaels was doing a thing in Memphis on TV, and it was $600. A bunch of my buddies went down there. I didn't get to go to this one, but one of them was like, man, he's like, I stood in the ring for 10 minutes and took the LFU from, or attitude adjustment, whatever he's calling it, before he retired. He said, I took that from John Cena and made $600. And my other buddy was like, man, I stood in the ring and got super kicked by Shawn Michaels and made $600. So it was, I don't know what they pay now. Sometimes I don't even think they pay much now for those spots. No, I'm off tomorrow. My normal off days are Sunday and Monday. Hey, Craig, how's it going? You said, hey, Tim and Miss Angela.
Hey. I tell you, sleep was crazy last night. that.
My night meds that I take a metformin and a Modipine, and it's absolutely been making me sweat like I'm breaking a fever every night. It's just, and we keep it cold. It's like it's cold in here. Fan running on high, air conditioner on all night. Well, kicking on and off, but it stays really, really cold in here at night, and I'll wake up and my hair will be drenched in sweat. Feel about the same way. My check's probably not going to be straightened out till later on in the week. They said before the next payday. So it gives them all the way up till Thursday to fix it. And
I don't want to
on the other.
don't move my leg.
Yeah. And
That Charlene I watch on Thanksgiving. She's like, wow.
and so far right now, the only thing I have is $30 going towards our room. So that's kind of the stress and situation that I'm in. Hey, Mayhem, how are you doing? Jenny, I have Venmo and PayPal. I'm $340 short. Thank you, Craig. Anything helps. If anybody can help with anything going towards it, it would be it'd be a miracle. It's been a wild time in here at some points. I actually blocked that one pretty quick because I got I think my mods are one's busy right now and one's sleepy. So, and I understand that. They've got their own lives. They do an amazing job in here. Okay, that makes more sense than what I was reading in my head. And I was like, everybody's heaving in here. I couldn't, and I was just like, maybe she means. My mind was a little slow on that one. Jenny Lynn, I appreciate that. I do have a Cash App that I can use. So it's if that's just if anybody's needing to send like that. My bad. I see a. Jenny Lynn, if you want to DM me, I can give you the CA information. Oh, Craig, you should see the post. From last night's live to this morning, there's been about 24 to 25 new pictures and it's been insane. And the thing is, they're like, oh, these pictures ain't made to body shaming, they're made to be funny, but they're making fun of me on my size. And they're like, oh, it's correct. No, it's not. Yeah, Jenny, if you'll message me, if you'll shoot me a DM, I can shoot you the CA that I have access to. And I appreciate any help from anybody. It's just a crazy situation this week. All right, Jenny, thank you. I think I sent you a follow back too. Yeah, I did. It's crazy. I just don't. I don't get it. It's like, but I've dealt with it my whole life because I've been a big guy my whole life. You know, I was a 12-pound baby. Oh, oh, Lord. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm telling you guys, her phone is so jacked up. Exactly. Exactly. No. Y'all hang on 1 second. Let me mute this and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. It was crazy. I'm trying to send a message and off her phone, but like seriously, there's where it's been dropped and stuff. From the right hand corner at the bottom, going all the way up to the middle, is about a 1 inch black line, and then it shoots off to the right and goes across, and it goes right across her keyboard and right across what she's trying to type, and it kind of pulsates from time to time. Makes it hard to read. Yeah, she can use talk to text. That's why I'm muted, because I was having to talk to the phone. Okay, thank you. So it's like, it's crazy. Let me go back real quick and see anything that I missed. Thank you, Craig. I just, I don't know where they get the scamming part of it, because everything that I ever get help with is if you send me $10 and I ask you, hey, can you send me $10 for gas? It's going in the gas. You know, I've had people like, we've gotten over the limit that we needed, and I text back like, hey, we got what we needed. You need me to send the money back, or can I use that for something else, like for groceries or gas? And most of them are like, hey, use it for what you need. If I was scamming somebody, I wouldn't ask them, hey, I got what I needed. You sent after I got everything I needed. Do you need me to send this back, or can I use? I'm asking a question to them, you know. Yeah, exactly, Kit. They stress justice for Juju, but they want to see us in the car.
Yeah, that's serious.
AJ, we was 16 years old. We had a mutual friend, and this is back before cell phones. We're talking about back in the 90s, and he calls and he goes, "Hey man, I got somebody I want you to meet." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And he was like, "I'm gonna call her on three-way." That really dates it. You old heads in here, y'all know with me what three-way calling was it back in the day. Well, he done talked to Angela and told Angela, said, hey, I got somebody I want you to meet. Well, he puts us on a three-way call. And then he kind of just, oh, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. And left us on the phone together. Hey, Connie. And we talked on the phone for hours that night, talked on the phone for hours the next day. About the third day, somebody dropped the I love you. And when she said I love you, I went, no, you don't. You just think you do.
That's what you said.
And I was trying to play it off kind of cool, you know. And then, yeah. Then we went out on a date. And she showed up in her black jeans and her, I can't remember who was on the shirt. It was a white shirt and a little pink denim jacket. And we went to the movies. And for the life of me, I can't remember the movie we watched. So we didn't watch no movie. And we've been together ever since. Donut, yes, I can. It would be as soon as I get my check. Craig, that's what, back to that comment, what you said is none of their business what you do with money you send. They pocket watch. They think they have the right to tell people what they can and can't do with their money. Great Balls of Fire, I can check a message. It would have to be in just a second, though, because I have to run to the little boy's room. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Trying to read these messages in between these lines. I don't say how you watch anything on this phone.
Well, watching ain't too bad, but whenever I go to text or anything, it's hard actually talking about it.
Yeah, AJ, I'm with you on that. That three-way gets you in trouble. Sometimes you didn't know that other person was there. Like someone call you and then get you to say something that you said about somebody that you didn't like, and they'd have them on the other line. But I didn't care. I'd say it to her face. Thank you.
No, when it gets to flickering and stuff.
Yeah, that's a little rough. Yeah, the three-way calls. That's how me and Angela was introduced to each other. Our friend called me and was like, "Hey, I got somebody I want to introduce you to," and then called her and put us on three-way, and then we've been off and running ever since. And I'm surprised I talk because I hate the phone. So we split up one time shortly after that. And he did the same thing. He said, man, he's like, I just talked to Angela and she really wants to work things out with you. And I said, oh, I'll call her here in a little while. I didn't know that he'd already called her. I mean, like, I just talked to Tim and he really wants to work things out with you. And then he was like, well, I'll call her on three-way. Called on three-way and then just kind of quietly got out of the conversation and we talked for, God bless, what, an hour or two before we put it together.
Yeah.
And before we put it together, that he didn't, neither one of us had said that.
Yeah.
He was just trying to get us back together. Oh, that's cute. Craig said his 3-year-old is tapping the screen for him. He said, look, Daddy, I help.
Oh.
That's precious. Hey, hippie heifer. I got the name right that time. Last time I had it right, I just tried to say it way wrong. How long have we been married? We have been married since 2001. Our wedding anniversary is actually coming up April the 27th, 2001. I tell this story and she hates it, but it was a random Friday. I was off work. I said, babe, what do you want to do? And she goes, I don't know. What do you want to do? And I said, oh, you want to get married? And she goes, yeah, sure. And I think she thought I was cutting up at first, didn't you? I was like, all right, well, let's go out to my place. And or I had to go out to my aunt's house because she kept all my important documents and stuff. And I was like, I need to go get my birth certificate for the wedding license and everything. And then by that afternoon, we was married. Peace, love, and laughs. It's been up and down. It's been up and down. Guys, we're just going to block those accounts. We're not going to give them the light of day by going back and forth with them because they're burner accounts. They're just trying to piss me off. And they're trying to get everybody else pissed off. And we're not going to let them do it today, guys. Oh, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. How long have y'all been married? Now, we've been married since 2001, but we've been dating since 96. We dated for 5 years before we got married, so we didn't rush into the dating part. How's the wifey and Juju? Wifey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Juju? She's asleep, so she's doing fantastic. Juju, I see her ears. She got up in the bed while going the smoke detector did this little beep thing. Yeah, it's getting kind of we got to watch what we give her because of her teeth now. She's getting old and her teeth are, she can't really chew the hard stuff anymore.
My favorite's that Caesar's food.
Yeah, it is. But that bag, soft and moist stuff,
Yeah,
she loves
likes
it too.
that.
So we've got to change her food up. We got her some chewy kibbles, but that's starting to kind of that bothers her also. So we're fixing to get her some soft and moist, where it's all just like super soft on her gums and stuff. So she's got so she can eat that and not have to worry about anything hurting her.
Now on the cups of Caesar food, she loves the filet mignon and the stew. Is her favorite.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Y'all still newlyweds. She will not touch her food if any kind of water's in it. And vice versa. If food gets over in her water bowl, she won't. One little piece of food can be in her water bowl, and she'll just look at it. She won't get a drink of that water. Yeah, she's picky. She is picky. Oh, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on all that. That's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. You're fine. You're fine. I'm back in here now. Susan, you're fine. Had to go scroll out and take care of something real quick. Guys, if anybody can help us with anything towards the room, it'd be appreciated. Yeah, that is awesome, Craig. That is, and that's how I feel after all these years with Angela. It's like every day I wake up and I love her more than I did the day before. It got me some points, guys. So. $340 to pay the room for the week. And see, y'all accuse me of being a liar, but y'all are on here lying about that. Eli never paid for a month. And do your math for the ones who are, lying about that. If Eli would have paid for a month, see, I covered it for 2 weeks. I asked for 1 week before that. And if Eli would have covered it for a month, I would still be covered for 2 more weeks. So, but I'm the one that lies about stuff, but y'all lie every time y'all get on here because y'all know my life better than I do.
If they mouth opens, they lie.
Thank you, helpers. I appreciate it. Anything helps, guys. Anything at all helps. So.
That Mickey Hunter song. Somebody did.
Oh, yeah.
And they line.
Now, what are you talking about there for a second? Yep. It's like they're going to say something about me and it's not right. And it's just stuff they made up, but they're going to call me a liar about it. I'm a scammer. How am I a scammer? Scamming's getting something and using it for not what it's intended on using. Tammy, how did you come to that decision? Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Craig. See, they say I block them when they say stuff, but then I ask them something back and they never respond. Can't have our fur baby at the shelter. Hey, Dawn, how are you doing, sweetheart? So she had plenty of time to answer back anything. She wanted her little minute of fame. She had it, and she didn't even stand up to use it. Dawn, how are you and your family doing? Thank you for the roses. no, we cannot. How's your dad holding up? I've been worried about all y'all. I did see a picture of him on Facebook. He looks good. Well, listen, y'all know we're here if you need us during this time and everything. Always a DM away. I know exactly what y'all are going through. I get that completely. I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat to keep Dawn and her family in your thoughts and prayers. I'm knew her mom and dad back before she was in this world. Known this child her whole life. Just recently lost her mother, and she was an amazing woman and one hell of a wrestler.
Yeah, you got that right.
She could get in there and hold her own with the men any day. She could out wrestle some of the men.
Yep.
So just keep them in your prayers. You know, that's the hardest thing anybody ever go through in life is losing people. You know. And that family's hurting right now from it. And let's lift them up in thoughts and prayers, guys. That's what we got to be doing for everybody anyway. We've got to start, and when I say we, I mean as a human race, as mankind, as whatever you want to identify as, we've got to start being kinder and being there for each other. I mean, it's just, we've got to do better. We've all got to do better with stuff. We've got to do better with how we treat each other. You know, y'all keep Pickle Lover in y'all's prayers too, and Connie's. Craig, I agree. It's we'll never overcome the hate, the hate, but at the end of the day, when it's my time and the good Lord is standing there, and I'm hoping that I've done everything I need to do to, you know, spend the rest of my life behind those pearly gates. I sure would rather my list be like, hey, you know, you tried your best to do this. You took care of these people. You prayed. You was, you know, you was a good guy. You was kind, and you was, you know, uplifted, I guess. I don't want to go in front of the Lord and be like, You know, you would have made it in here if you wouldn't have been so nasty and rude on social media apps. You know. So it's just it's me, Lily. There's nothing to explain because it's just lies they're making up. I lost my mom at a very young age. I was about 13 years old when I lost my mom. I've been fortunate to still have my dad, even though, you know, our situation got rough there for a little while. I lost an uncle that was like a father to me, and, you know, it's just... So I'm fortunate to still have some people around me that care about me. But I tell you, losing a parent sucks. And Craig, I'm with you on. I lost one of those. I couldn't imagine the other one. Good grief, Linda! I hate to hear that. We never know in this day and age. Just like, think about, you know, let's put this in perspective. Think about, you got the opportunity to say something to someone and you choose to be rude. And that's the last act you got to do on this earth. That was the last thing you got to do before getting called home. Is that what you want? Is that what you want to leave behind? Or the last thing they did was cut somebody out. The last thing they did was made fun of somebody. You know, the last thing they did was, you know, lied on somebody. That's good, Lily. They can keep on streaming me. It's fine. I do not care if they're streaming me or not. It's how some of them makes their livings. Not all of them. It's how some of them makes their living. What you doing, Toots?
It's and probably starts.
What was that?
It's the tinkle and probably starts.
Okay. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Linda, I imagine she's probably scrolled through and has just seen them. So,
hey, trolls, I'm gonna go tinkle. You want to let everybody know and make a name out of it? You want to come tinkle with me?
yeah. Well, like I've said, you can go, if you don't know this information, you're about to find out. There's a website. Go to Google, type in TikLeap, TikLeap.com. You can put in the user's name at the top, and you can see exactly what they make on TikTok every day. There's one person that they're a hate group more than an awareness group, but it's the same format as what awareness does. But they're hateful about it, and they make anywhere between $1,200 to $1,800 a week. Yeah, I remember that from back in the day. But they're making a good living off getting on here and streaming people and just talking trash about them. Yeah, I know some of them has got money on the back end. One of them who covers me got busted out about getting money on the back end, and that was just stop already. But she went missing for a little while after that happened. And unlike her, I don't know the full details of what she was asking or how much she was asking for, so I'm not going to state any of that. So, give me a second, guys. I'm going to mute y'all. How long have I been on mute? Because I have been talking away. Oh, good Lord.
What?
I've been on mute for a while now.
Really?
5 minutes? Well, thank you, Carmela, for speaking up. I done answered so many questions. I was responding back to Kimberly's post about she makes her mind up who to follow and all that stuff. And yeah, I said, hold on, I was moving around. So since I came over here, we traded spots. She's got the chair now, and I've gotten the bed. And Janae said, thought you was doing number two. Um, and I thought I turned it off. So, my bad, guys. I've been talking for a minute, and I was like, why ain't people talking back to me? Linda, that is kind of the, and, you know, you listen, you stay if you want to stay, but that's usually one of the tales of these fake accounts that come in here is they don't have a profile picture and they usually don't have any followers or following. Just to be honest, because the way it looks, you probably would have been blocked by one of my mods, because that's what they look for. Because and it sucks because sometimes it will just be a new person coming in. It'd be somebody new to the app. They don't have a lot of people. They don't even have a profile picture yet. But because of the people who make fake accounts just to come on here to say something rude and nasty to us, you know, they gets blocked. It's a suspicious look. And like I said, just because of what they've done in the past, it's not a 9 times out of 10, it's a fake account. It's a troll account. So your name shows up and a picture shows up for you, and it's hey Harmony, how are you doing?
What?
I, Harmony came in here in their profile picture. It's a little meme. It said, "If I shenan once, I'll shenan again."
Yeah.
And that got me. Hey Hunter, if I shenan once, I'll shenan again. I like that. Beavers suck. I tell you that they definitely suck. To make sure I'm not muting myself again. Guys, if anybody can help with anything going towards the room, it'd be appreciated. We've got to come up with $340 more by tomorrow. That's a hell of a number to come up with. I know it is. I know everything's tight. I know everybody's going through struggles. Last 2 weeks went pretty good. This week has just been. And again, back to that. If Eli paid for a month, there would be 2 more weeks paid for. I don't know if some of these people who math this stuff out, if they realize that most months have 4 weeks in them. Just saying. But it's kind of usually where my mods are here. They'll go check the profile and see who they're following. Because a lot of times it'll be those, and I can't do that at this moment. So thank you for the heart, man. I appreciate that. Hey, we are only 600 likes away from 10,000. Maybe we can run that up to 10,000. Just for giggles. I'm going to mute y'all again, but this time I'm going to remember I muted y'all. See, I remember that time. Yes, Harmony. It's going to be this coming week that I'm trying to get paid for.